Did you know that in Texas you could go to jail for milking someone else's cow? Yep, you heard that right. Hello and welcome. Everyone to Odd Statutes America, where we cover the U.S. states which has dumbest and odd laws which will make you think, wait, is this real? Today we will head to Texas and let's see weird laws across the Texas. In this Lone Star state, there are plenty of laws that seem like they came straight out of a comedy skit rather than a legal code. From restrictions on buffalo hunting from hotel rooms to regulations on adult, let's begin with something weird and odd. Laws of Texas? No. 5. It's against the law to milk someone else's cow. In Texas, cows are practically family. And just like any family member, you don't touch their cow without asking first. This might sound like a casual country saying, but it's actually a serious offense according to Texas law. The law specifically prohibits milking another person's cow without their permission. But wait, when was the last time you milked a cow? Perhaps you're thinking, I don't know any cows, let alone someone else's. Well, this law dates back to the early days of Texas, when milk was not just a beverage but a form of currency for many rural communities. Stealing someone's milk was akin to stealing their wages. So lawmakers decided to make it illegal. Now, you might assume a law like this would have been repealed long ago. But nope. It's still on the books as of 2025. This means that if you were to sneak into your neighbor's farm and milk their prize-winning Holstein, you could find yourself in some serious trouble. So steer clear of their cows and respect their property rights. After all, you wouldn't want to be the first person in decades to be arrested for milking someone else's cow. Number 4. You can't shoot a buffalo from the second floor of a hotel. A buffalo hunt from the second floor of a hotel sounds like something out of a cartoon. But it was apparently a real problem in the past. Back in the days when buffalo were plentiful and hunting them was a popular pastime, people got the bright idea of doing it from the second floor of a hotel room. Perhaps they thought the higher vantage point would make the hunt easier, or maybe they just didn't have anything better to do. But whatever the reason, the Texas lawmakers decided that enough was enough. They passed a law prohibiting anyone from shooting a buffalo from the second story of a hotel. It's not entirely clear how many people had to get injured or killed before this law was considered, but it's safe to say that the risks outweighed any potential rewards. Imagine the scene. You're relaxing in your room on the second floor, looking out at the herd of buffalo below. You take aim, pull the trigger, and suddenly you're facing charges for breaking a peculiar Texas law. Thankfully, this law is still on the books as of 2025, ensuring that no one will accidentally become a victim of crossfire during a high-altitude buffalo hunt. No. 3. Criminals must give their victims a 24-hour notice before committing a crime. Texas takes crime seriously, but sometimes it seems to take it a little too far. One of the strangest laws in the state requires criminals to give their victims a 24-hour notice before committing a crime. This might sound like a joke, but it's actually a real law. Imagine being at home one day when you receive a notification that someone intends to rob your house tomorrow at 5 p.m. Would you spend the night packing valuables or call the cops? This law was likely enacted with the intention of preventing crimes, but it seems more like a logistical nightmare. How does a criminal prove that they've given their victim a 24-hour notice? And what if the victim doesn't understand that they're at risk? This law remains in effect as of 2025, leaving many scratching their heads and wondering if it's truly enforceable. Maybe the lawmakers were trying to come up with a unique way to catch criminals, but giving them advance notice hardly seems like a foolproof plan. No. 2. You can't own more than 6 adult toys. Texas has some odd laws on the books, and one of the strangest has to do with adult toys. According to Texas law, a person cannot possess more than 6 obscene devices. But what exactly constitutes an obscene device? Well, the law doesn't specify, leaving it open to interpretation. But common understanding points to adult toys. Imagine the awkward conversation you did have with a police officer who barges into your home and confiscates your adult toys. This law might have been enacted to curb the sale and distribution of explicit materials. But it's unclear how effective it's been. What's certain is that this law remains in effect in some parts of Texas as of 2025. So if you're replanning to move to Texas and expand your collection of adult toys, you might want to think again. And no. 1. It's illegal to take more than 3 sips of beer while standing. Beer lovers unite. Texas has a strange law on the books that restricts the consumption of beer in public. Specifically, It's illegal to take more than 3 sips of beer while standing up. This might sound like a joke, but it is a real law that is still on the books in some parts of Texas as of 2025. Perhaps this law was intended to prevent public intoxication or limit the consumption of alcohol in certain areas. However, it seems a bit odd that only standing beer drinkers would be targeted. Imagine being at a Texas bar, enjoying a cold one, and getting into trouble for taking too many sips while standing. It's certainly a unique way to ensure that everyone behaves properly. We couldn't find any record of why this law exists, who pushed for it, or how often it's enforced. But hey, now you know. Next time you're in Texas and you're feeling thirsty, make sure to sit down before taking your 3rd sip. Otherwise, you might find yourself in hot water. All right, we did it, y'all. We made it to the end of another video. If you liked this one, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Let us know in the comments which law you thought was the dumbest. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. We've got all kinds of videos coming up. Hopefully none of them involve milking cows or shooting buffalo from hotel rooms. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.